So I am back being sent out on the load. This one is another foundation wall. It's also a garage. So it's just going to be a perfect square, but there will be some stops in there somewhere. One stop will probably be for a man door. The other stops will probably be for the garage doors, where the vehicles and whatever else this guy is going to use the garage for will be going in and out of. The week prior to when this was filmed, me and another driver had gone out there to pour the footing for this particular garage. But in this video, me and a different driver are being sent out there to pour the garage wall itself. So, as you can see, I'm heading out to the location. I'll be pulling in and getting set up here in a second. So as I pull into the yard here, I'll make note of all of the stonework and mason work that's been done to this house. This is actually this guy's personal house, and his main profession is a mason. So there's a lot of brickwork and various stonework and whatnot all along his house that he has here. All really nice looking work, actually. His normal business does include concrete, but it's mostly all flat work that he does. It's not normally foundations. I don't believe this is the first wall he's done, but it's probably amongst the first walls that he has done. For whatever reason, when I talked to him how he wanted to get set up, he wanted me to back in so he can hit the front two corners first. In hindsight, I probably didn't really need to do that. I could have done it all by pulling up to the wall in a couple different spots, but it is what it is.
Corner right here.
Yep.
About halfway up, or you want to go?
What do you mean?
Halfway up or up to the top? Straight to the top.
You can go right to the top. Should be fine. No, it should be fine. Five.
Where are guys usually pouring foundations at?
So for a stop, I'll probably do like a 5, 5.5. But for the rest of your wall, they'll do like a 7.
Really?
Yep. He had me stir it up on the stiffer side. Masons have a fetish with working with super stiff concrete, so I had it at about a 5, which is on the stiffer side for a wall, especially when there's no actual stops or whatnot that the concrete's gonna stop against and then go under as well. The way this wall is set up, it's a full stop all the way down to where the footing is, actually. So I didn't really need it that stiff at all, but it is what it is. So that younger guy that I was talking to was one of Randy, the guy that I'm pouring for here now's son. He has a couple sons. Most of the time they're working together, but only one of his sons was here today. His other son was apparently on a different job somewhere.
Hey,
What's going on?
the big rock there.
I see the big rock, yeah.
filming today?
I am, yes.
Yeah?
Where do you want to go?
Yeah. Mix it up to, 6 anyway, 6,
Okay.
6.5.
Yep, that's fine.
And whatever you think. You want to,
Well,
you'll probably empty out on this one wall. Or
uh,
top or down here.
I could do either. If it want,
Try to go up that ramp now that you've unloaded a little bit.
yeah, that's fine. We could do that. I'm gonna spin around though to do that. So his son wanted me to pull along the left side of the garage to reach as far as I can around the back, and then I'll just back up and empty out somewhere along the left side of the wall. As I was pulling in, they were building me a ramp to drive the truck up on top of. It's not a really nice ramp. And obviously it wasn't compacted really at all, but it did lift the front of the truck up a bit, which is, one of the goals there. His thought process for having me drive up the ramp versus the other truck is, now that I'm a little bit empty, I'd be a little bit lighter. I hadn't really unloaded very much concrete at all, but technically I am a little bit lighter than the other truck would be right now. So the thought process there was I would squish the ramp less than the other truck, but I still squished it. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff everywhere in this job site. Sometimes they're like that, where there's just crap strewn everywhere, so you always have to be ever vigilant about not running something over that you're not supposed to. So for example here, this is a particularly tight corner, so I had to sort of split the corner in half, so to say. I had to sort of pull out further straight and drive up the little bank here, and then swing the front of the truck to the right into the wall more, and then cut the wheel back to get the outside of my truck a little bit straighter, and then I could cut the wheel to the left and then back right, so that I could keep the back wheels from digging into the corner of the wall there and his little bracing panels that he has. So it was a little bit of a challenge, but just a little, driving thought process that I was having at the time. And of course, you always gotta be careful where your chute's actually going when you're doing any of this stuff. Oh, you're not qualified? Oh, that's true.
I don't have a license for that.
No, yeah, you don't have your Mason's license yet.
If I was attached to an excavator, I could do it. Yeah. Like run a shovel.
That cap doesn't go on that. I saw that.
Did you see that?
I saw that.
Well, okay. Hang on 1 minute. I don't know. You're still at almost a 5.
Is it? Alright, it probably tightened up a bit. Before I pulled onto this ramp, I did throw some water on it to loosen it up a little bit, but in the meantime, while I was waiting for him to finish oiling some of his panels over here, it had tightened back up, so I had to throw a little bit more water back on it to loosen it back up again. So now, like you've potentially seen me do before, I'm just going to put concrete into the wall and then move on down the wall a little bit at a time. They're just going to have to essentially consolidate the top layer of the concrete as I move down the wall. Luckily, this guy let both trucks get unloaded at about the same time. So me and the other driver actually finished pouring our loads off around the same time. I was a little bit ahead of him, but not by much. That's always nice because it, gets the trucks freed up a little bit quicker than doing one at a time. And it works out better for the guy doing the work because you don't have one truck that's sitting there and having the concrete get hotter and hotter by the minute. You could also note in the bottom left of the screen that as I drove on the ramp, I basically just squished it anyways. My tires pretty much flattened the little ramp that they made. It did. So at this point, my truck is empty, so I'm just helping the guy here doing the work get the concrete that's stuck in the chute out of the chute. So plan was for me to just pop my add-on chutes off so I could lower my chute further and let it flow down easier. And then also out of the blue, there was a fairly strong downpour for a couple minutes, just one of those random summer showers that happen every now and then.
pretty good rain, huh, John?
Okay. Yes, it is. Is there anything more you want to get off here?
Yeah, if we could just do the same thing.
Yeah, we can do that.
Car shoot off. That'd be great.
Yep.
That's good. That's much done. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
See ya.
I go when you get to 50.
And as you can see over there in the bottom left, the other driver is also done, and nearly also done washing out as well. So, that's that.
What's going on? Damn it. Oh. Yes, sir? Oh shit, my gloves.
I saw them, and your brother's on his way with 6.5.
Huh. Alright. I got a 20 to split with you.
Huh?
I've got a 20 to split with you. So that's it for this one. Nothing particularly special, just a nice little square box garage, 4-foot wall, just a frost wall basically for the garage to be built on top of. And so that's that. I'm just going to be heading back, and I think this may have been the end of the day for me. I think it was kind of late in the afternoon. But as always, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, and also be sure to search out Banas Concrete Service on both Instagram and Facebook, and come on back for more.